Hello, hello. There was a couple in New York on July 5th, and they were walking through the streets with their 3-year-old little boy, a white couple, and they encountered Black Lives Matter protesters. And these protesters shouted at them, real mean, Black Lives Matter, real mean, over and over. So the white lady hollered back and said, all lives matter. And because she said all lives matter, one of the black men pulled out his gun and shot her to death. That's what she got for standing up for all lives. His life too, right? All lives, all of our lives. Because of that, he killed her. I don't know what goes through people's minds when they hear a story like this. I don't know what other humans think or feel when they hear a story like this. All I can say that it was very devastating for me to hear. I was painting upstairs when Paul came up and told me about this. I was devastated about this. I felt terrible grief for this innocent family with a 3-year-old child. The husband, he tried to protect her, he tried to shield her with his body, but it was too late. Why don't we meditate on this for a moment? Just sit there. Sit there on your couch and think about it. Let this go through your brain. And the only reason why his child and the father did not get killed is because he had a gun with him and he shot at them in self-defense, but he didn't hit any of them. They ran off. When he pulled the gun out, they ran off. What a horrible shock, what a horrible grief for that man and for the child. For the child to see his mother shot to death right in front of him. But because they were white, it was only briefly mentioned. Way down, scrolled way down on Google News, not anywhere near the top. No one seemed to do anything, say anything about it. It's brushed under the rug. People want to forget about it. They don't even want to think about it. They don't even want to hear about it. An innocent young woman died because she cares about all beings, all people. She cares about the black people, the white people, the Asian people, all ethnic groups, all demographics. Because she expressed this mind state for justice, loving all, because she expressed that, she was killed. And I felt a very strong, I don't want to say the wrong word, I feel an obligation, but that's not the right word. I feel strong love. Okay, and out of this love, it's an obligation of love. It's not because I make myself make this video or force myself to make this video. I make this video because I care about all people. I care about justice. I care about all innocent beings. And that's the only thing I can do, is make a video about this for that lady that had to die because she said the truth. She expressed her freedom of speech. She said the truth. She said something that comes out of justice and compassion. All lives matter. Your life, my life, everyone. Her life matters, but not to the black man. Her life did not matter to the black man. Not at all. So then comes the fear. Comes a fear in my mind, I have read and I have watched documentary films about some parts of history. Yeah, when we went to school back in Germany, always learning about Adolf Hitler and the atrocities that have been done and what led up to it, how it gradually unfolded its way into this direction, because nobody said anything. Yeah. Everyone cheered on, and then when things became uncomfortable, instead of standing up, most people said nothing. They heard about this or that atrocity from someone. There were some very few courageous people that gave their lives to tell the truth about the Holocaust. Brother and sister got killed for telling the truth about the Holocaust. They gave their lives. They're real martyrs. They're courageous angel souls that were willing to give their lives to tell people the truth about the Nazi regime. My question is to people, as I have asked many times, do you want another Nazi regime and another Holocaust to happen? Do you want that? Is that your choice? I bet it's not. Okay. So then you must speak out for justice. If you don't want this to happen, speak out for justice. And vote for the person who speaks out for justice, which in this case is Donald Trump. Okay. This means a lot to me. Okay. Our future, it's our future. It's your future. It's the future of this country, the future of this whole planet. These hate movements, they have moved out of this country already. They moved to Canada, South America, England, other places. So because of the internet, this kind of stuff, that will always become something that will be happening globally. Okay. Whatever happens here will happen in other countries, because people see what's happening here and they jump on board with it. Because of the internet, there will not just be one country that will become another Adolf Hitler dictatorship. It will be the whole planet this time. If you let it, okay? If you don't say anything, if you're one of those people that, like, seems like the majority of humans function like this. When they get scared, they cower down. They don't say anything. Or they don't want to be cast out of their peer group or religion or whatever. They don't want to be regarded as, they have their names. I already mentioned those names before that they use to scare people. They scare men into thinking they need to be tough, so they need to be on the side of war and stuff like this. This is a real horrible negative message for the world. And they tell the women to, if they want to be feminine, they need to cower down, and they need to let the men take over. I saw this directly. I saw that live happening in chat rooms where I'm always outspoken. I'm always speaking out for justice. People will come up to me and say, "Nobody talks like you." Yeah. Well, then it's time that someone talks like me. It's about time, right? And then these other men, they will call me man, they will call me tranny. Or one guy said, "Are you trying to be a man?" No, I'm not. I am a woman, and women are equally intelligent to men, I said to him. But that's news to him, that's a new concept that he has to first digest. And so, but that's a peer pressure technique. Okay, that's how, because they know that straight women like myself, they don't like to be called manly or masculine, or that. Then we feel unattractive. Okay, if we are called tranny, of course, and it's also a horrible thing to say, because it puts down the entire gay community, and I support the gay community. Terrible insults at specific groups. That's always practiced like this, and this is a direct intimidation technique to intimidate straight women into cowering down and not saying anything and just bending over and taking it. So that's what they want us women to do. They just want us to be quiet and always be appeasing and always giving in, and then we will be praised, "Good girl." Yes, that's real feminine. And guess what happens then with this, particularly in the less educated groups? The women will let themselves be peer pressured and intimidated into this. And it's very sad. And I say no to this. I say no to peer pressure and intimidation. I say yes to feminism. Okay? Stand up for justice. It doesn't matter who you are, woman or man. Stand up for justice. Stand up for freedom of speech. Peace.